It's not like if he calls here, he's simply going broke on all sorts of boards. The implied odds of flopping a set are tremendous. I think taking a flop here in position is good.
And this is going to be kind of exciting. We've got the two biggest stacks at the table.
Yes.
Rarely
stack
facing off.
Yes. Of course, all the short stacks eagerly hoping there's some fireworks as Schindler does. Flop middle set versus the aces.
The 8-burger right there.
And given the wet nature of this board and Schindler having these sets in his range, you might very well see Buddiga, for those reasons and others, elect to check, and he does. I think for Jake, it is definitely time to start putting some chips in the pot with this incredibly strong hand, like he would with some weaker hands, and middle set sort of his middle set.
10 seconds.
Again, a spot given the implications in the tournament where you really don't want to be raised if you're Schindler in a lot of ways. I mean, Buddiga doesn't have sevens, and queen looms, but he will be relieved to see Buddiga check call here, which he will. The get-in range for Buddiga is horrendous.
By the way, if you do get check raised, you may not like it, but you're certainly not going anywhere.
You're not going anywhere, but man, that's a dicey one there. I mean, Buddiga checks kings back. You know, he's got a full house. He just calls. So I mean, you know, but all jokes aside, this is
now this call from Buddiga of 400,000 after 3-clicking to 400K pre is certainly now going to cause Schindler to ask himself some real questions about his range.
Schindler is fully aware that a decent portion of Buddiga's range right now is kings and aces. I mean, the action warrants such being the case. Buddiga may have some other stuff, does have some other stuff, but really
that big suited ace, maybe.
Yeah, it's time
with hearts.
It's time to keep betting if you're Jake Schindler. And Schindler, a very creative player, live no limit cash player, someone capable of barreling off in this situation. Certainly, one would assume Buddiga will be calling again and seeing a river, although this situation for Pratyush is among the more unpleasant that there are in no limit hold'em. Yes, you have aces. Yes, the only hands that beat you at this point really are sets. I think you can rule out the 7-8 from Schindler's range, but boy, it's obviously a massive pot, and at this point Pratyush's hand is relatively face-up-ish. Yeah, which is going to make river brick decisions for him all the tougher, as it is one of the most brutal rivers in the deck for Buddiga. My goodness. Let's see if he can come with the great laydown. I mean, let's just sit back, watch, and enjoy two top-notch players go at each other in this really sick spot.
3.25 million in this pot.
10 seconds.
Not a lot of missed draws, as even 9-10 suited might have elected to simply not see a flop in this situation. Boy. Queens, pot control turns. Don't bet this river.
Time has been extended.
You have me covered? All in.
All in.
Schindler, all in. And that'll make your stomach turn.
25.
Sick spot for Buddiga.
It was basically 0, yes.
Realistically, it's just the 7s, 8s, or queens that he's worried about.
Yeah, but the question is, does he have many bluffs that he arrives at this river with? And does he do this?
2,495,000.
Those bluffs, my initial instincts were that Schindler should just bet a smaller sizing and not jam, but yet the SPR of less than the pot. This is just really sick. Wow.
I don't think I can fold this hand.
Schindler loves to hear that. This might be foldable.
Time is extended.
Boy. Would be such a sick spot for Schindler to just barrel off bluffing, and he doesn't have a lot of combos that even are bluffs given the action.
Call.
And he does call.
Wow.
Jake Schindler moves into the overwhelming chip lead. Brutal cooler for Buddiga. What a hand for Jake.